Okay, so sekarang ni kita akan continue dengan chapter 2. Okay, jadi kita dah habis dah chapter 1, so sekarang kita akan masuk chapter 2. So kita mulakan dengan chapter 2, indices. Okay, so our lesson objective today 2.1a1, express the rules of indices such as am times an is equals to a to the power of m plus n, a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m minus n, and a to the power of m to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m times n, where a is greater than 0 and a cannot be equals to 1. Okay, so dekat sini kalau kita nak apply rules of indices ini, dia kena pastikan a tu adalah positif dan a tu tak boleh sama dengan 1. Okay, jadi indices ni kamu dah belajar masa sekolah dahulu, just kita recap saja. Real number in index form a to the power of n. So kita tengok apa itu index form a to the power of n. Actually, a is a real number and is called the base. So kita namakan dia sebagai base. N is an integer which is known as the index, exponent or power. Okay, a tu dia mesti real number dan dia dikenali sebagai base. Manakala n tu adalah integer. N adalah integer. Dia bukan real number, dia adalah integer. Di mana dia dikenali sebagai index ataupun power ataupun exponent. Jadi macam mana kita nak baca a to the power of n ni? So kita boleh baca dia sebagai nth power of a ataupun a to the nth. So definition dia adalah, if a is an arbitrary real number and n a positive integer, then the number a to the power of n represent the products of the number a with itself n times. That is, a to the power of n is equals to a times a times a times a up to a n times. Okay, so kalau kita tengok dekat sini, a to the power of n tu sebenarnya dia adalah produk kepada diri dia sendiri. Kalau dia ada a to the power of 5, maksudnya 5 kalilah dia darat dengan diri dia sendiri. Okay, for example, we can write 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 as 2 to the power of 5. So kalau kita tengok dekat sini contoh yang diberi, saya ada 2 ni, saya daratkan dengan diri dia sendiri sebanyak 5 kali. Dapat tengok 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dia darat dengan diri dia sendiri sebanyak 5 kali. Jadi kita boleh tulis dia sebagai 2 to the power of 5. Okay, jadi kita boleh katalah yang ini dia sebenarnya darat diri dia sendiri sebanyak power tu. Kalau sini 5, maksudnya 5 kali. Okay. If we multiply a to the power of 3 and a to the power of 2, where a is any number and a cannot be equals to 0, we have a to the power of 3 times a to the power of 2, which is a times a times a, sebab dia ada a to the power of 3, which is 3 kali. And a to the power of 2, dia refer kepada a times a saja, sebab dia darat dengan diri dia 2 kali. So now dia akan jadi a times a times a times a times a, which is kita tengok kat sini ada 5 kali. So dia akan jadi a to the power of 5. Okay, so a to the power of 5 ni kita tahu dia dapat daripada 3 tambah 2. So dia akan jadi a to the power of 3 plus 2, which is sama dengan 5 kan. Thus, if a is any number and p, q are positive integers, then we can say that a to the power of p times a to the power of q is equals to a to the power of p plus q. Okay, so daripada example dekat sini, dia kata dia multiplykan a to the power of 3 dengan a to the power of 2 ni, dia multiplykan mereka dua. So daripada sini, dia akan nampak a to the power of 3 times a to the power of 2 sama dengan a to the power of 5. Okay, dan dia tahu a to the power of 5 ni, dia datang daripada mana? Dia datang daripada hasil tambah 3 dengan 2. So that's why sini jadi a to the power of 3 plus 2. Okay, dari sini apa yang dia nampak, dia boleh create satu formula. So in general, dia cakap if a adalah any number and pq adalah positive integer, maksudnya a to the power of p times a to the power of q must be equals to a to the power of p plus q. Okay, so ini kita akan dapat satu lagi property. So this is our first properties lah. If we divide a to the power of 3 by a to the power of 2, we have a to the power of 3, which is a times a times a, and a to the power of 2, which is a times a. And we know that a cannot be equal to 0. And we can say that this one, this one, this one, this one, we can cancel it. So we got a, and we know that a to the power of 1 is we get from a to the power of 3 minus 2. Thus, AP divided by AQ is equals to A to the power of P minus Q. Jadi, dia tengok pula properties yang kedua. So, kalau saya ada A power of 3 dengan A power of 2, kemudian saya dividekan mereka. So, saya tahu A power of 3 adalah A times A times A. Dan A power of 2 adalah A times A. So, daripada sini saya nampak saya boleh cancel out ini. So, dia akan left dekat saya nilai A. So, bila dia left kat sini A dan A to the power of 1. So, A to the power of 1 ni dia datang daripada mana? Dia datang daripada hasil tolak 3 dengan 2. Sebab itulah kat sini dia dapat A to the power of 3 minus 2. Okay. Jadi, dia boleh assume in general A to the power of P divided by A to the power of Q is equals to A to the power of P minus Q. So, ini adalah second properties. We can extend the definition of A to the power of n to non-positive indices. So, A to the power of 0, which is equals to A to the power of P minus P, which is equals to A to the power of P over A to the power of P, which is equals to 1. Okay. Sebab itulah, any real number, power on 0, dia akan dapat 1. Okay. Sebab datang daripada, sinilah property dia. Sebab, kalau saya ada A to the power of 0, sebenarnya datang daripada mana? Contohnya, kalau buat in general, P dengan P lah. So, dia akan jadi P minus P. So, P minus P ni datang daripada mana? Ikut balik yang properties yang kedua. Dia mesti bahagilah mereka dua. So, jadi AP divide by AP. So, kita tahu kalau divide AP dengan AP ni, which is dapat 1. So, kita dapatlah satu lagi properties, iaitu A to the power of 0 must be equals to 1. So, ni adalah properties yang ketiga. So, kita boleh katalah apa-apa nombor raised to the power 0 adalah 1. A to the power of negative P times A to the power of P is equals to A to the power of P minus P, which is equals to A to the power of 0, which is equals to 1. Thus, A to the power of negative P times dengan A to the power of P, which is equals to 1, and A to the power of negative P is equals to 1 over A to the power of P. Okay, so kalau kita tengok dekat sini, kita daripada properties yang ketiga ni, kita boleh discover that A to the power of P minus P sama je dengan A to the power of negative P times A to the power of P, which is dia adalah sama dengan A to the power of 0. Okay, so kita tahu A to the power of 0 sama dengan 1. Kan? Properties yang ketiga kan? So, apa yang kita boleh dapat daripada sini? So, kita boleh dapat A to the power of negative P times A to the power of P sama dengan 1. Jadi, kalau saya nak A to the power of negative P, sebenarnya dia adalah 1 over A to the power of P. So, saya akan dapat properties yang keempat. So, kita boleh ingat kita punya properties di mana let A, B be any real numbers and M, N, P, Q are integers. Then we have A to the power of M times A to the power of N is equals to A to the power of M plus N. So, that is our first properties. Kemudian, kalau saya ada A to the power of M to the power of N, sama je dengan A to the power of Mn, sama je dengan A to the power of N to the power of M. Okay. AB to the power of M sama je dengan A to the power of M times B to the power of M. That is the third properties. Fourth properties, A to divided by B to the power of M is equals to A to the power of M divided by B to the power of M. And B cannot be equals to 0. A to the power of M divided by A to the power of N is equals to A to the power of M times A to the power of negative M, which is equals to A to the power of M minus N ataupun 1 over A to the power of N minus M. A to the power of P times B to the power of Q to the power of M. So, dia akan jadi A to the power of PM times B to the power of QM. A to the power of P divided by B to the power of Q to the power of M. So, dia akan jadi A to the power of PM divided by B to the power of QM. A to the power of negative P divided by B to the power of negative Q sama je dengan B to the power of Q divided by A to the power of P. A over B to the power of negative M sama je dengan B over A to the power of M. The laws are used to simplify expression with indices. In simplifying an expression involving variables, we change the expression such that each variable appears only once and express the answer using positive indices. Okay, jadi kita guna properties ini semua adalah bila kita nak simplify expression yang melibatkan indices. Dan kita akan changekan expression tersebut supaya setiap variable akan appears sekali sahaja. Okay. Kemudian express the answer using positive indices. Okay, rational index. Exponent index power which are written as a fraction. So rational index ni adalah exponent ataupun power yang kita tulis dalam bentuk fraction. Okay. Generally, t is an nth root of b. If t to the power of n equals to b, then the value of t is actually b to the power of 1 over n. Kalau saya ada t to the power of n equals to b, dan kalau saya nak dapatkan T ni, nilai dia berapa, so dia akan jadi N ni, bawa pergi ke sebelah, dia akan jadi power dia tu fraction. So dia akan jadi B to the power of 1 over N. Okay, so inilah nama dia rational index. Okay, kenapa benda ni berlaku? So dia tunjuklah dekat sini. To the power of 1 over N, kita darabkan dengan diri dia sendiri sebanyak N times. Okay, so dia akan jadi B to the power of N over N lah kan, which is sama dengan B. B to the power of M over N sama je dengan B to the power of 1 over N to the power of M. Okay. Ataupun B to the power of M over N sama je dengan B to the power of M to the power of 1 over N. So dia adalah dua benda sama. Okay, beza dia adalah sini indeks dia bukan rational. Sini indeks dia rational. Okay, so dia rational, ini bukan rational. Itu je beza.